about to say, I would hell go for that bitch.
Yeah, my guys try to sell that shit. I got this plate right here, $5.
Alright, let's see what's going on here. Right here we got a bunch of 79 Liberty, $1. Okay. 2000 Liberty. None of these are gonna be anything special. I think well, this is probably about the cleanest looking one I got almost. So let's see, Grants. Yes. Nothing really going on with that stack. If these are all silver, these are all be like 70%.
You just join? You're the only one to join so far. I think I'm gonna go a little bit over. I'm gonna talk a little bit about what we were just talking about as far as the nickels and the cost of production for the nickels right now. We're gonna talk a little bit about that. Just keep me updated on the comments and stuff. And people joining. So yeah, I want to get into that conversation because that kind of right there just lets you know that and it said in that article that it's been going up for about the past, well, I don't know how many years. They said it's been going up though. It's been going up, so obviously the demand for the copper is going up, and it's no longer making sense to mint nickels, which means it's probably going to go up to the point where it's going to stop making sense to mint dimes as well. Actually, I'm going to look that up. How much are they paying to mint dimes right now? Because if the nickel is 13 cents for production, a dime can't be too much less. I know the nickel probably got a little bit on the dime in weight, so that might be a factor. I think that is the biggest factor, actually. You got anybody in this thing? Huh? Got any stackers up in here, man? A dime? Okay, so 13 cents, 13 to 14 cents to produce nickel, and 6 cents to produce a dime. Shit, that's pointless too once it gets to that point. Let's figure out when they first started minting the dimes and the copper nickel plated dimes, how much was the production cost? Let's try to figure that out. So now, so how much was the production cost to mint U.S. dimes when they first started? The copper nickel ones too. So 1965. In 1965, how much did it cost the U.S. to mint dimes. Let's see what they talking about. What we got up in this one right here. Let's see. Nothing in that one. Nothing in that one, man. Yeah, I'm gonna order the box. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna order that box when I get a chance. And just do that weekly. Well below 5 cents for the dimes when they first started minting them at 65 for nickels in 1965. Yeah, I would bet, man. It probably was about a cent, and you know, like just a little bit over 1 cent to get that thing minted up and see what's to him. But the fact that it costs 14 cents right now to mint a nickel should let you know everything you need to know about that copper and what's going on. We're gonna talk about that in a minute though, man, once I get done going through these rows right here. This is the most people I had in my life so far at once. 19, 22. Appreciate everybody for joining. Don't hesitate to hit that like button and go subscribe, man. We at it all day, every day. So we can get up out of here. 22. I see anything? See anything in the comments, babe? What is it? Yo, what's going on? Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining, man. I need y'all to wish me luck. I can't tell you when the last time I found some silver in the coin roll. It's that serious out here right now. So what silver doing what it's doing, man, I'm looking. I'm looking. I can't even tell you. The first time I went looking. The very first time I went looking. That's crazy. The very first time I went looking, bro. It's the only time I found some silver in the coin roll. That was the only time. The only time. I promise you that. What's up, everybody? If you in here today with us, man, please leave your boy a like. Go subscribe to the channel. We dropping good knowledge all day, every day. That one fell out. I got any stackers in here right now? What we got right here? Man, you can see the copper in all them brims. You can see like pure copper in every single brim. Like not even a chance. Not even a chance for that one. Yeah,
was a long time ago. The very first time I went looking, I found some. And after that, got washed up. Been getting washed up ever since. This one right here is already pretty much, they busted up out of there already, but yeah. What's the name? Troy? What's going on, Troy? Thanks for joining. Huh? No luck today, man. No luck at all today, my friend. But I did grab some new silver. I was able to go grab me about an ounce and some change today, so not really a L for the day. Y'all see you see the silver is finally making headlines in the news? Well, not all news spots, but certain news channels are actually finally talking about it. They finally talking about it. Hopefully it ain't too late for everybody else. Where did I drop that? Alright. In the what? In the second-hand shop? Elaborate. What do we mean? What do we mean by the second-hand shop? Is that a pawn shop? Coin shop? What are we talking about? It's 1979. I got a bunch of those right there. That's pretty much all that's going on in that area.
We have like Goodwill.
Goodwill. Have I ever found any silver or gold in Goodwill? Coin? Oh no, so I'm not gonna lie, bro. I have went to the Goodwill a few times to try to find it, because they make it look too good, bro. They make it look too good. So I went to the Goodwill a few times to try to find some silver, man. I ain't have no luck. I had no luck at all. What is this? Anybody know what's up with this one? Never seen this one. I don't know what's to this one. I don't really know what's to these old bucks. I think they I don't think they copper. They are definitely, what is that? Zinc. They are zinc plated. Zinc and, I want to say, not copper, but one of those other alloys. It's like a copper alloy. Not too far from it. I guess you could say copper. But yeah, man, no luck in that row. No luck in any of these rows right here, per usual. But I do want to talk about this bag right here I have of pennies and nickels. A lot of copper, basically, right? So this bag probably has about a face value of, I don't even know, bro. Let's just say about $7, $7 to $8 of pennies and nickels in here, right? If you didn't know, the U.S. is currently paying about 13 to 14 cents to produce each of these nickels. So each nickel today is costing the United States of America 13 to 14 cents to produce these things, or just 5 cents. Why? Obviously because the price of copper is starting to exceed, meaning that in the near future, you should be able to turn these in, and of course they will pay you what it weighs in copper. But if you break it down, I'm gonna assume that you might be able to get maybe like anywhere from 5 to 7 cents per penny, and then anywhere from about 18 to 25 cents per nickel. So that could end up being a good return for you if you're saving a lot of it. Got to be saving a lot of it though. I don't know, man. I'm torn right now. I don't know whether I should sit on it because I do have some copper rounds too, and I do like the idea of just saving up the copper because it's so much easier, so much more cost efficient. But I'm torn in between just saving it to see what copper does and just turning it in, man, and just getting some silver, some constitutional silver with it, man. I really don't know what to do, but I do have some copper rounds. I do have some copper rounds that I showed the other night. If you was on my live the other night, you probably seen these. But where's my favorite one?
They say out on Memphis and Eastern Copper in Australia. Keep the copper.
Yeah, so they actually getting ready to phase out our nickels just like they just did the pennies as well. So these are my two favorite right here though, man. The only thing about these copper rounds, like I said, it's way better to just trade your money in for rows of nickels. I don't think they do the pennies anymore, but it's just way better to trade your money in for rows to obtain your copper because these rounds right here are just, it's a super big deal when it comes to the premium. Like if I'm paying $1 a round and I need 16 rounds to get a pound, 16 ounces to get a pound, paying $16 per pound. And a pound, you only gonna get about $6 at the most in return. Not even that. You probably get about $4 in return for your pound of copper right now. So that's crazy. I wouldn't take that route at all. But that's what I think is gonna end up happening, man, with your copper. And I think silver is gonna end up exploding too, man. To the point where it's up there in the big leagues with like palladium and platinum and gold. I think it's gonna be up there as well. This is one of my favorite rounds, the Rattler. Yes, sir. Yeah, I just don't recommend buying these rounds at all, man. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube. I seen a guy on here with about, man, I can't even say, bro. He has so much copper, and I do hope it pays off for him. I really do, because it looked like he invested a lot in it. But it's going to take some time to see that return on that copper. 1 ounce fine copper. 999 fine copper. Not my favorite. But it is fun to talk about because none of us really know exactly. Well, we know what's going to happen. We're anticipating. We just don't know the altitude of the situation. Like, how far is it going to go?
He said better off buying bulk.
Buying bulk? Copper? I would agree, yeah. I would agree. I would definitely agree with buying bulk for sure, man. What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Go ahead and hit that like button, please, if you don't mind. Help this video get out to more people like you. Freedom, this one is pretty cool as well. Yeah, I don't believe in so I bought these last year when I first started stacking. And something told me, like, man, copper is going to start to move. I didn't have any, like, real knowledge besides just knowing that copper and silver is, like, it's a big deal when it comes to electricity and everything moving forward in the future is going to pretty much be electric. So, well, for the most part. So, Yeah, man. So go figure.
He said, well, some berry said, hard to store copper versus silver. Hard to move silver with you, slow to
First
move
gold
copper
and then
with you.
versatile and physical. That's it. I agree. I definitely agree, Barry. Um, I'm not the most seasoned person in stacking, but I do start to make a lot more sense of my stack nowadays. Um, I'm not as all over the place as I used to be. So yeah, I do agree, but I do also just I also try to make sure I have like a strong diversity in my stack as well. So I try to make sure I got everything. So these rounds, he said he found a bulk copper rounds at a buck a piece. Good for a quick flip because they sell for $48. Yeah, you could see that's one way to make the money on copper then, because I paid $1 a round for these as well, but that was last year. But I do see these things online for about $3 to $5 a piece, just depending on the quality of the round. So that's a great point, bro. That's a great point.
In the future,
You
if
could definitely make some money. What is that?
and if you in America, if you spend over a certain amount at Costco, there's no sales tax on it.
I don't know how Costco I don't know how Costco does their business. I've never purchased any gold or silver from Costco at all. I've only purchased from my local coin dealers, like a coin shop and whatnot. But I've never made any purchases at Costco at all. That's crazy that you brought that up because for some odd reason, when I asked my banker earlier about acquiring gold and silver from the bank, she brought up Costco. So I don't want to hear nothing about Costco, man. I'm not a big fan of Costco.
Logo Man says, wait until you're there and get silver also.
Oh, logo man, want to see some silver. All right, logo man. Thanks for joining, man. I'm gonna show you some silver then. Logo man, want to see a little bit of silver.
I'll put some copper on you, gold and silver.
We gonna show logo man some silver. Let's get this out of the way.
They say 30% online, you want to retire off of it. Buy and hold, keep selling maybe. Always be smart, your investment is physical. Always track.
He said profits from copper buy me gold and silver. I like that. I like how that sounds too. So right here, I got a bunch of. I'm not gonna break everything out of here, man. Got a lot going on. But as you can see, your boy don't discriminate with that silver neither. I got a lot of full rounds. I got a fair share of my half rounds. Let's put it on for logo man. So we got a few half rounds, more half ounces, I should say. Some more ounces. Let's see. Let's lay out some more for logo man. I do love the silver as well. When I first started, I was so big on gold, and I kind of burnt myself out with it, just to be honest. I kind of burnt out. I was new to the game, and all I knew was I just wanted to stack. So I like this one right here. It's divisible. They said with a plier you can just easily break that off right there, and he didn't charge me like a crazy premium or nothing for this. So I appreciate my guy for that one.
Billy said CFCs are also a good investment. And Logo Man says foreign currency also good money.
Okay. Then we got my girl picked these out right here. Her taste ain't better than mine, but she alright. She do her thing, man. She trying. trying. I got some. I got a bunch of mercs. The rest of the mercs in the bag I ain't gonna really break out all the silver, but got some mercs right here for you. You know, these are all about 2 grams, 2.25 grams a piece. We got some Roosevelts, and these are all minted. I don't know if the case is doing any justice, but I keep them in there because they're all like in mint state. All in mint state, so I know down the line I'll probably dig a little more for those. But as far as some of my favorites, so I'm glad you said that about the fakes. Never ever acquire your gold or silver off of eBay. Never. You never want to get it off of eBay. You always want to go to a trusted and reputable dealer. I go to the same dealer. I have about 3 dealers on my list. I have one of them that I go to a lot more often than the other one, but they are all very reputable dealers. I have had them test a few things for me, but I don't just feel the need to test everything because I trust them. And I know they take pride in what they do and they shop. So, yeah, man, I trust them. Can't trust everybody, but I trust them. Look, this one right here is crazy. This one of my favorite ones. Yeah. We are going through a global currency reset, and it really don't take rocket science for somebody to know that for real. People just don't care. They're not paying attention. It really does not take rocket science to understand what's going on right now. You might need a little bit of knowledge about the past, but yeah, man, it's self-explanatory. It's one of them beautiful mercs right here, man. It's one of my favorites. I love these Mercuries because I always get them for basically no premium. Basically no premium. And I start to question whether it makes more sense to grab 2468. That's 9 grams. Let me see. 10, 11 grams. 13 grams. So 13 and a half grams. If I was to grab, 9, 18. Okay, so say if I grab 8 Mercury, 6, 12, 18, 24. That's about $48 for 9 Mercury dimes. And I'm going to get about 18 grams of silver out of these 9 Mercury dimes, right? Versus one of my, where is it at? One of my half ounces. So I could just use this half ounce, for example. Where you would pay about, I think I paid like $48. 48? No, 43. So I paid 43, which is very good. It's a good price. But in these half ounces, I think we only got about 15.5 grams of actual silver. And then once you have 8 Mercury dimes, you have about 18 grams of actual silver. And it's around the same price if you break it down. So I start to question, like, does it make more sense to grab more Mercuries than the half ounces at a time sometimes? But on the other hand, the half ounces make it easier for me to count up my silver when I'm doing inventory versus trying to add up all the Mercuries. You got these 2 gram Mercs, then you got this Morgan that's 24 grams. This Peso is about 1 gram, barely any silver at all. We got 4.6 grams in these Kennedys. Got about 11 grams in this right here, 10 grams, 1 gram, and 5 grams in here. So it's easier to add up the ounces, 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 3 ounce, versus by the gram. So that's why I do like to have How much is what?
A 1980 silver dollar without.
How much is it without? I don't understand that question. You got to elaborate. Is this whatnot you selling? No, I'm not selling. This is not whatnot. This is no. This is not whatnot. I do not sell. I just stack and I put people on game, man. If you want to stack, you know what I mean. You got questions about how to go about it. I can tell you a few things. Not an expert, but how much would a 6 Morgans bring? How much would 6 Morgans bring? Okay, let's try to do a little bit of math. You want to know how much 6 Morgans would bring you? We got about 24 grams of actual silver in each Morgan, and our ounces are at about what 95, something like that. Last time I checked. So I'm going to assume what 24 grams out of 31. That's 7%, 8, 16, 24, 32. So we got about 75% of that. If I had to just take a quick guess, I say you get about 75 per Morgan. 75 per Morgan. Anywhere from 65 to 75 per Morgan, honestly. That's what I would say. That's my guess. Susan B. Anthony Error coin, 1980, how much is it worth? I don't know. Is that the dollar? You talking about the copper plated dollar Susan B. Anthony? Yeah, I'm not sure how that works with the Susan B. Anthony's. What is the one? Depends on the year and mint and condition. For those Morgans, I sold one for 300 and another for 80. They carry numismatic value too. They do. So any coin, especially anything that's backed by the U.S. government, that's not. So I'm gonna take it here. Anything here, right? So this is a 2001. If this was in about 70, if this was about 70% mint state, you could kind of call this like numismatic as well. I try to stay away from the numismatics because I stack literally strictly for the weight. I just stack for the weight. I don't go back looking for big returns based off of the condition of my items or any of those type of things. So, yeah, man. My boy Logo Man wanted to see some silver. Yes, Logo Man, I think silver will be at 100 before the week is over with. I told my girlfriend that a couple days ago. I said this week, silver is gonna hit 100 an ounce. And the goal, huh? You say 200? Oh, 2 weeks? Nah, not 2 weeks. We already knocking on the door right now. It's only gonna take one of these nights. When them Donald Trump tariffs pass over about Greenland, oh yeah, it's going up. When them tariffs pass over, yes, it's going up for sure. Let me show y'all some. Oh yeah, so I showed y'all the divisible bar. I got a divisible round too from the same company. Where is that at? Where is my divisible round? Oh, right here. Yep. Right here. This nasty. I like this one right here because it gives you the opportunity to, bust that boy down. You ain't got to worry about selling a whole ounce at once if you don't want to. Get you some pliers, you know what I'm saying? Break that boy in half or however you want to do it in 4 quarters. You know what I mean? So when silver does hit 100 and some change an ounce, you could basically break these off 4 quarters, 25, 50, 75, 100. You know what I'm saying? So I like that right there. And my dealer's selling me my my half ounces at no premium at all. Basically gives me to go ahead to grab more half ounces versus 4 ounces, because if I did want to make a smaller purchase, I don't have to worry about cashing in a whole ounce. You know what I mean? So, and the only reason I would say I stay away from the quarter ounces are because those actually do drop a bit of a premium. Once we get down there, you do start to ask for a couple. So me stacking for the weight, I only do it makes sense. I'm not gonna do it if it doesn't make sense. So I stay with the half ounces and the full ounces and the bars, and I do a little bit of constitutional as well. So for silver, with silver being about 93 an ounce right now, I would say what you would get back. It depends on what shop you go to, man. Some shops might go back about $5, especially right now because nobody really knows what's going to happen with the silver market. So a lot of pawn shops are trying to play it safe. They don't really want to put too much into it and take a loss, which they already winning because we all know they all bought most of that silver at $20 an ounce. You know what I mean? So a lot of them do have a lot of nerve still putting premiums on top of these things, and I think that's why my dealer just don't really care too much about the premium because he knows most of their stock they got while silver was only about $20-30 an ounce. So there's no need to really put a premium on that in the first place when we already got premium prices. We got above premium prices right now. That's what's really going on. What percent of value can you get it? Yeah, so they probably go back about $5-6 behind spot, depending on which shop you go to. That's all. He said gold is 5,000 an ounce. Did it really just hit 5,000? I just said that. I just said gold was about to hit 5. Did it really just hit 5,000? Troy, as far as percentage wise, I can't really think right now. I can't stamp that. But yeah, just about $5 back behind the spot price. Just because they like to play it safe right now. So okay, so gold is at 48.59. We're not quite at 5,000 yet, but it's definitely gonna hit 5,000. I can see that as well. Y'all, all right, I'm about to end this live for the night, man. I thanks everybody for joining. If you've been in here engaging, don't hesitate to go subscribe, man. I love to go live with you guys again very soon. I love the engagements tonight, so appreciate you guys for joining, man. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys another time.